Are you preparing for the MRCEM SBA exam? You're in the right place. We provide high-quality MRCEM SBA study guides designed to help you feel confident and exam-ready. We know this exam can be challenging, that's why we offer free study resources to support your preparation. In this video, we'll walk you through 25 key points you need to know. Let's get started. Acute anterior STEMI, ST elevation 5-1 to V4, hypotension, cold clammy peripheries, pulmonary edema on CXR, that's cardiogenic shock, the heart is failing as a pump, RV infarction complicates inferior STEMIs with clear lungs and distended JVP. Mechanical complications like VSD or papillary muscle rupture present with new murmurs days after the event. Tamponade from free wall rupture shows Beck's triad. This patient has pump failure right now, needs emergency PCI, inotropes, and possibly an intra-aortic balloon pump. Painful mouth ulcers, target lesions, conjunctivitis, started a new medication 2 weeks ago. Skin detachment under 10% BSA, that's SJS, not 10, which is over 30%. Stop the causative drug immediately. Common triggers, allopurinol, carbamazepine, lamotrigine, sulfonamides, not SS, that spares the mucosae, not EM minor, that has typical targets without mucosal involvement. Admit for supportive care, ophthalmology review, and wound management. 6-week-old firstborn male, projectile non-bilious vomiting after every feed, hungry straight after, palpable olive-shaped mass in the epigastrium, classic pyloric stenosis. The biochemistry is key. Loss of gastric HCl causes hypokalaemic, hypochlaroemic metabolic alkalosis, not acidosis. Malrotation with volvulus gives bilious vomiting and metabolic acidosis. Duodenal atresia presents in the first 48 hours with bilious vomiting and a double bubble sign. USS confirms the diagnosis, then Ramstedt's pyloromyotomy. VF arrest bloods show potassium 7.2, the 4 H's and 4 T's, hypoxia, hypovolemia, hypokalaemia, hypothermia, tension pneumothorax, tamponade, toxins, thrombosis. Hyperkalaemia at 7.2 is the treatable cause here. Hypoglycemia causes reduced consciousness, but isn't in the 4 H's and 4 T's for cardiac arrest. Acidosis and raised lactate are consequences of the arrest, not primary reversible causes. Treat with IV calcium gluconate, then insulin dextrose. Poorly demarcated spreading erythema, warmth, tenderness, podorange texture, fever, that's cellulitis. First line is flucloxacillin. The critical differential, necrotizing fasciitis has pain out of proportion, crepitus, purple skin, bull eye, and rapidly spreading despite antibiotics. Erysipelas has sharply demarcated raised edges. DVT causes deep calf swelling without skin erythema. Gout affects joints, not skin. Free MRCEM practice questions on our website, link in the description. 34 weeks pregnant, severe headache, visual disturbance, RUQ pain, BP 175 over 110, platelet 62, LDH elevated fragmented red cells, that's HELP. Hemolysis, elevated liver enzymes, low platelets. It's a severe variant of preeclampsia, not simple gestational hypertension. She has proteinuria and organ involvement, not eclampsia. She hasn't seized. HELP is a delivery indication. Magnesium sulfate for seizure prophylaxis. Corticosteroids if under 34 weeks. Acute vertigo, nystagmus, gait ataxia in a patient with vascular risk factors. HINTS exam. Normal head impulse test, direction-changing nystagmus, skew deviation. That's the central dangerous pattern indicating posterior circulation stroke. Peripheral pattern, abnormal hit, unidirectional nystagmus, no skew, points to vestibular neuritis. BPPV gives brief positional episodes. Meniere's has hearing loss and tinnitus. CT is only 40% sensitive for posterior fossa. Use MRI-DII. Young adult, sore throat, tonsillar exudate, cervical lymphadenopathy, splenomegaly, deranged LFTs, classic EBV infectious mononucleosis. First-line investigation, monospot test, detects heterophile antibodies, quick result. EBV-specific serology is more sensitive but takes longer. Critical teaching point. Avoid amoxicillin and ampicillin. They cause a widespread maculopapular rash in 90% of EBV patients. If splenomegaly is present, advise avoiding contact sports for risk of splenic rupture. Fall onto outstretched hand, distal radius fracture with dorsal displacement and dorsal angulation, dinner fork deformity. That's a Collis's fracture. Smith's is the reverse. Volar displacement from a fall onto the back of the hand. Barton's is an intra-articular fracture dislocation. Scaphoid involves the carpal bone with snuffbox tenderness. Galazzi is a radial shaft fracture with Drew-J disruption. Know the mechanism and displacement direction for each. Sudden painless, profuse, bright red rectal bleeding in a middle-aged adult. No abdominal pain. The most common cause, diverticular disease. Hemorrhoids cause small volume blood on wiping, not profuse bleeding. Colorectal cancer presents with altered bowel habit and weight loss, not acute profuse bleeding. Angiodysplasia is an important cause in elderly, but less common than diverticular. IBD causes bloody diarrhea with pain. Free MRCEM practice questions, link in the description. Periumbilical pain migrating to the RIF, anorexia, vomiting, Connecticut showing dilated appendix with fat stranding and appendicolith, confirmed appendicitis, urgent appendicectomy within 24 hours. Antibiotics alone have a significant recurrence rate, especially with an appendicolith. Interval appendicectomy at 6 to 8 weeks is for appendix mass or abscess. Percutaneous drainage is for abscess, not uncomplicated appendicitis. Sudden complete vision loss in one eye lasting 8 minutes, then full recovery. That's a morosis fugax. Transient monocular visual loss from retinal ischemia, typically embolic from ipsilateral carotid disease. It's a TIA equivalent. Give aspirin 300 milligrams and arrange urgent carotid Doppler. 80% carotid stenosis benefit from endarterectomy within 2 weeks. CRAO is permanent vision loss, not transient. Retinal migraine is a diagnosis of exclusion. 4-year-old, limp and refusing to weight bear 2 days after a viral URTI. Afebrile, normal bloods. That's transient synovitis, the most common cause of acute hip pain in children 3 to 10. Key must exclude septic arthritis, which has fever, severely restricted movement, and raised inflammatory markers. Perthus is AVN in 4 to 10-year-olds with insidious onset. Souffet affects obese adolescents. Normal CRP and WCC plus afebrile makes septic arthritis unlikely. Thyrotoxicosis with AF at 150. Beta blockers are first line. Propranolol is preferred because it also blocks peripheral T4 to T3 conversion. Avoid amiodarone. It contains iodine and can worsen thyroid dysfunction. Digoxin is ineffective in thyrotoxicosis due to increased clearance. Flecainide is for rhythm control in structurally normal hearts, not rate control. Free MRCEM practice questions, link in the description. Young man with hemoptysis, pulmonary infiltrates, and rapidly progressive glomerulonephritis, hematuria, proteinuria, raised creatinine, classic pulmonary renal syndrome, anti-GBM antibodies confirm good pastures. GPA also causes pulmonary renal syndrome, but with CANCA and upper airway involvement. IgA nephropathy causes hematuria, but not hemoptysis. Post-streptococcal GN has low complement. Treatment, plasma exchange plus cyclophosphamide plus steroids. Pinpoint pupils, respiratory rate 4, reduced consciousness, needles nearby. Opioid toxicity triad, IV naloxone 400 micrograms titrated to respiratory effort. Not a 2 milligram bolus. That precipitates acute severe withdrawal with agitation, vomiting, and pulmonary edema. IM route if no IV access. Flumazenil is for benzodiazepines, not opioids, and it's contraindicated with co-ingested TCAs. Naloxone has a shorter half-life than most opioids, so watch for resedation. Painful red swollen pinna, but the earlobe is spared. Diabetic patient with a hearing aid, that's perichondritis, infection of the cartilage perichondrium. The earlobe has no cartilage, so it's spared. Pseudomonas is the common culprit. Treat with anti-pseudomonal antibiotics. Ciprofloxacin. Otitis externa is canal infection. Cellulitis doesn't spare the lobe. Relapsing polychondritis is autoimmune and bilateral. Auricular hematoma is fluctuant from trauma. SBO on X-ray, dilated small bowel, air fluid levels, no gas in the colon, no previous abdominal surgery. The most common cause of SBO without surgical history is a hernia, especially femoral hernias in elderly women. Adhesions are the #1 cause overall but require previous surgery. Gallstone ileus is rare. Look for pneumobilia on CT. Always examine the hernial orifices in any SBO patient. Rugby tackle injury, arm held in abduction and external rotation, loss of deltoid contour, sensory loss over the regimental badge area, anterior dislocation with axillary nerve injury. The axillary nerve wraps around the surgical neck of the humerus, vulnerable in dislocations. Test sensation over the regimental badge area before and after reduction. Long thoracic nerve injury causes scapular winging. Radial nerve goes with humeral shaft fractures. Wrist drop. Free practice questions. Link in the description. Worsening sore throat despite antibiotics, trismus, hot potato voice, drooling, uvula deviated away from the swollen side, peritonsillar abscess, treatment, needle aspiration or incision and drainage plus IV antibiotics. Not simple tonsillitis. That doesn't cause trismus or uvular deviation, not epiglottitis, no trismus, uvular deviation or visible tonsillar swelling, not Ludwig's angina, that's bilateral submandibular from dental infection. 8-year-old periorbital edema, leg swelling, ascites, protein 4+ on dipstick, blood negative, albumin 14, cholesterol elevated, classic nephrotic triad, heavy proteinuria, hypoalbuminemia, edema. In children 1 to 10, 80% is minimal change disease, responds to steroids without biopsy. Nephritic syndrome has hematuria and hypertension. PSGN has low complement. HSP has purpura and joint pain. HUS has anemia and thrombocytopenia. 36% TBSA burns 80 kilograms. Parkland formula, 4 times weight times TBSA percent. 4 times 80 times 36 equals 11,520 mLs total for 24 hours. Half goes in the first 8 hours, 5,760 mLs. Crucially, the 8 hours starts from the time of burn, not from hospital arrival. The other half goes over the remaining 16 hours. Progressive breathlessness, asbestos exposure history, large pleural effusion. Cytology shows malignant mesothelial cells. That's mesothelioma, the malignant pleural tumor, strongly linked to asbestos. Exudative blood-stained effusion with low glucose. Lung adenocarcinoma is the most common cause of malignant effusions overall, but malignant mesothelial cells plus asbestos history equals mesothelioma. TB effusion has lymphocytes, no malignant cells, and PMA has pus. Amitriptyline overdose with QRS over 120 milliseconds, seizure, tachycardia, hypotension. The wide QRS is the life-threatening feature, sodium channel blockade. Treatment, IV sodium bicarbonate 8.4%. It overcomes the sodium channel block and alkalinizes the blood. Don't give flumazenil. It's contraindicated in TCA overdose and can precipitate seizures. Lipid emulsion is rescue therapy, not first line. Benzodiazepines for seizures, but bicarb addresses the cardiac toxicity. Elderly patient, fall shortened externally rotated leg, displaced intracapsular fracture, arthroplasty, not fixation. AVN rate with screws is 30 to 40%. If independently mobile and cognitively intact, total hip replacement. Otherwise, cemented hemiarthroplasty. DHS is for extracapsular fractures. Cannulated screws are for undisplaced intracapsular only. Conservative management has unacceptable mortality from immobility complications. All 25 set 3 topics done. Test yourself. Free MRCEM practice questions on our website. Link in the description. You've got this. That's all 25 key points covered. To access the full MRCEM SBA practice exam and unlock more study resources, visit the link in the description below. Thanks for studying with us, and we'll see you in the next video.